Versatility is the word to describe priests in Classic WoW, from the holy words of their healer's pack to the most darkened spells as Shadow DPS. Hello everyone, this is Outlaw, and today we're going to talk about priests in Season of Discovery, and I will run you guys through the runes, talents up until the level 25, what talents to pick for raid and leveling, and if the class is worth playing it. What priests bring to the table makes them one of the strongest classes for leveling content, dungeon groups, and raid scenarios. Fortitude, shield, debuffs, and even powerful buffs to increase party members' DPS. Let's go through a quick rundown over the runes available during the first phase for Shadow Priest, Disc Priest, and Holy Priest. Starting off with the chast runes, we have Serendipity. Flash Heal reduces the casting time of your Lesser Heal, Great Heal, and Pray of Healing by 20%, stacking up to 3. This is an amazing rune for those that like to hard cast spells. Empowering this ability with more crit from the Holy Tree makes it even more powerful. Up next we have Strength of Soul. Your hard cast healing abilities reduce the cooldown of Wakened Soul on your target by 4 seconds. And this is what makes the talent really strong. Targets with Power Word Shield will gain Rage when damaged despite being absorbed, and Righteous Shield will trigger from that as well. Now we can finally spam shields without hearing our warriors complaining that they cannot generate Rage, right? Onto Twisted Faith now. Mind Flay and Mind Blast deal 20% more damage on targets with Shadow Word Pen. Really good talent for such a massive increase on single target. And now we have Void Plague. Apply a disease on your target for 18 seconds that deals shadow damage. This is just another dot for priests, but depending on how the tuning is going to work, this ability could be really good. Jumping on the hand runes now, we have Circle of Healing. Heals your target party members within 40 yards. This ability was added in TBC, and it provided such an insane AoE healing, a fast cast, and a powerful ability. Combining that inside of dungeons and raids will make Healer Priest really good. Up next we have Mind Seer. Causes an explosion on your target, dealing damage to all enemies around him. Well, finally Priest has got an ability to do AoE damage instead of spamming Holy Nova, right? Onto Penance now. Launches a Holy Bow at your target that can heal if it's an ally and deal damage if it's an enemy. This was the last talent for Disc Priest in Wrath of the Lich King for a reason. Huge ability with mixed potential to deal damage and heal. Finishing the gloves runes here, we have Shadow Word Death. Deals shadow damage at your target. If they are not killed, the caster takes damage equal to the one that he inflicted. Over the legs now, we have Homunculi. Splinters your soul to create 3 copies of yourself that attacks your target, reducing their attack speed, attack power, and armor. This is an interesting ability here. This could be really handy when your tank is stunned or your target is enraged. Up next we have Power Word Barrier. Creates a holy barrier on the ground, protecting party members inside of it and reduce the damage that they take by 25%. This one has a huge potential. Doing big pulls and mitigating all the damage from all party members is a massive tool for dungeon and raid scenarios. Onto Pray of Mending now. Places a hot on your target, and every time it takes damage or they are healed, it bounces to another party member or raid member. This is just another good passive healing for priests. You just throw it in your tank and you forget about it. And last but not least, we have Shared Pain. Shadow Word Pain now applies 2 additional targets within 15 yards. This is a massive for multi-dotting enemies. Combining this multi-dot with Mind Seer, you can melt packs one after another. Let's jump into the talents now. This is going to be a quick overview of crucial points, and I put together a few builds here just so we can have an idea of what's good and bad during the leveling and raiding at level 25. Starting off with Discipline here, 5 points on Wand. Unfortunately, you might as well pick these over the Stun and Resist. 3 points on Shield, 2 points on Fortitude, 1 point on Inner Focus, and 3 points on Meditation. The last 2 points can go actually anywhere. I don't think that the 4th row for Disc Priest is really that good besides the mana cost of Renew and Shield, so feel free to go to the Holy Tree and drop them there if you want. On the rune sides, allowing melees to get rage and damage from your shield is really good. That's why Strength of Soul is my choice here. Reducing the cooldown of Weakened Soul on your target means just more shield spam. For the hands, I opt for Circle of Healing. This makes it where your AoE healing skyrockets, and you don't have to single heal target by target when things are going south instead of dungeons and raids. But you can always go penance if you want, if the mana is a problem. Over the legs, 3 really good options here in any situation. Homunculi to reduce the enemy's damage, Power Word Barrier for the AoE protection, which is really good in raids and dungeons again. And the last, we have Prayer of Mending, a really good passive healing for your group if you don't want to think about anything else. Going over the Holy Tree, not much to vary here. You can go for those huge healing crits with 5 points on Holy Specialization, 3 points on Renew to keep those hots rolling, Divine Fury to reduce the casting time of our single target heals. But I would recommend going on a disc tree that we talked about earlier, even though those 5 points on one sound stupid late game. The benefit of Fortitude and Shield plus the mana regen and inner focus make the trade worth. For the runes, on chest, I opt for Serendipity. If you are a fan of hard casting spells and not using shield and renew that much, go for it. Circle of Healing on the hands to combo with those huge crits. And as for the legs, I opted again for Prayer of Healing. On to our last spec here, Shadow Priest, 5 points on Spirit Tap, 2 points on Pain, 3 points on Affinity, 1 point on Mind Flay, 4 on Mind Blast, and 1 last point that I went for Shadow Weaving to benefit the group. But for the leveling, guys, have in mind that one specialization and shield are really good, so consider getting those before the level 25. Onto the runes, I went for Twisted Faith as the chest, just to have the single target damage ramp. The legs, you can go for Shadow or Death for execute phases, Mind Seer for the AoE, and even Penance depending on tuning. Because we don't have Void Form now, you can actually cast holy spells normally. As for the legs, Shard Pain is really good. Multi-dotting consumed too much mana, so this talent will be huge for Shadow Priest. And this was the rundown for priests. I hope I clarify your questions or doubts about the changes that were added to the class in Season of Discovery. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comment below. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.